So Arxis just dropped their 2.0 trailer for Guilty Gear Strive. It's a trailer we've all been waiting for a very long time, ever since they teased it and they announced that they were doing 2.0. So here, today, we're going to be going through everything they showed in the trailer. We're going to be going over every detail we see. We're going to be talking about the new moves, and everything in the trailer we're going to be going over. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get started. First one is going to be centered around Asuka. The first little clip we have is Asuka and Jacko. We're going to be mainly looking at Asuka here because what it's relevant to is Asuka. I'm going to play the clip. I'm going to do this for everyone. We're going to play the clip and then we're going to stop and we're going to go over it. We're going to go through frames. We're going to look at it all. So first up here, we have Asuka. We need to be paying attention to his spells here, right? He has his explosion spell. He has 2 cubes, and then he has whatever that last spell is. So we see his spells clearly, right? But when we play it, pay attention to what he actually does here in the slow-mo, right? He spawns a staff and then also shoots out a cube. He doesn't have a staff card, as we can see here. He didn't refresh one for a staff card. So staffs are now just normal moves that he can summon. You can just summon staffs now. Whether there's an input for specific staffs or if the staff is related to specific test cases, which that's the more likely option since, different staffs are in different test cases. You can just summon staffs now. Staffs are their own thing. So next here, we have Axel HC. Pay attention to everything HC does. It's not hard to miss what he does. So I'll just play the clip. So in that clip, we saw HC throw curse, did steady aim shot, and then had this weird portal ricochet-esque bullet that came out that was also not hit scan. First off, one really big thing is pay attention to Axel when he gets hit by curse. As we all know, curse is annoying because you can't block it. You have to avoid it, and if you don't avoid it, you're getting hit with curse, and then you're cursed, right? But here, he throws curse. Axel clearly blocked curse, and he's not cursed. So, if we're taking that as we do take it, you can block curse now. Curse is blockable. It's very nice that curse is blockable now. It's very good. But most HCs, assuming based off of how he plays right now, it's just gonna be the usual wall splat curse, wall break, wall slump curse, wall break type stuff. But it's still incredibly nice that you don't have to go out of your way to try and avoid curse, and that you can block it now. And then the second thing here is the weird portal bullet bouncing around thing. So first off, right after he threw curse, he went in the steady aim and he shoots. Clearly, that bullet, same as he always worked. That's not different. Still hit scan. But what's interesting is right after he shot, a portal spawns, he aims up at it, and then a second portal spawns, and he aims down at it, and he shoots again. And then after he shoots, we get the rest of it where it goes up to this third portal where after a couple of frames it goes out. And as you can see, that's an actual projectile. That didn't just hit him instantly. That hit him like it was a real projectile. Who knows what these portals are? We don't know if he got some new special, if it's some type of a rework or the way his gun works. We don't know. I'm concerned about it a little bit, but at the same time, it's like it's cool. But I need to know how this works specifically before we go and start freaking out over, oh, HC got new shit. Like, what is this? Why did we do this? So let's go on to the next clip. So here they introduced the new battle mechanic called Counter Blitz. I'm gonna let the clip play, and then we're gonna talk about it. So here we got to see Counter Blitz. It is a move where you can follow up off of a slash or a heavy slash counter, and it costs 50% of your burst, and it does this weird follow-up where at the end, if you're close to the corner, it will wall break, and it's basically here to replace Wild Assault because they removed Wild Assault. As you saw, they with the weird text change with them showing Wild Assault and then it disappearing into Counter Blitz, they confirmed it during the event that Wild Assault is no more, it's gone, and this is what's taking its place. It works as if you get a counter hit with a cancelable move that is a slash or a heavy slash, then you can follow it up with this move. So as you can see here with Johnny, he backdashes, Mei throws, 5H counter hit into counter blitz, which gives him a dash forward. The animation does 6k Insignia, and then Wild Assault Ender, it looks like. And as you can see, it looks like she's splat on the wall and she's about to break through. And then for Unica, I don't know Unica's moves, what they're called. But obviously she gets counter hit with 5H. Then she does counter blitz with the overhead, comes out, and then her 2H comes out into her Wild Assault. So it seems like the Wild Assault animation that was previously only for Wild Assault, obviously, is now at the end of Counter Blitz, and it's the ending of it. We don't know what the state is afterwards. All we know is that if it's near the corner, it wall breaks, and that you can do it off of slash heavy slash normals that are cancelable. So here, now we get into the good stuff. We get into the new special moves. When they announced special moves, they announced special moves for the entirety of the base roster. Until now, the only characters that were missing those moves were Sol, Kai, Leo, and Nago. All four of them got their new moves in this trailer. They showed them off, and we're gonna go over them. I'm gonna show the clips, and I'm gonna talk about each one individually. So we're gonna start off with Leo because it's the order that they have it. So here is the clip of Leo's new special move. So, as you just saw, for Leo's new move, he has a flip kick now. It's very, very similar to Gio's flip kick or Lucy's flip kick, where they just flip up, over, and hit. As we can see here, Leo crosses through, then he does a backflip into the overhead, goes on the other side, and then here's what's interesting to me. He does back turn K, so he was still in back turn from doing the move, but he does back turn K, and then he jumps out and does the move, and he doesn't have the flip. I'm interested in what that fully means, if there's anything about that, or if it's meaningless and it's just the same move but different animation for some reason. But yeah, no, he has flip kick now. I'm interested to see what Leo players will do with it. But it looks very similar to the way Geo's and Lucy's are currently. Next up, we have Nago. Now, if you guys don't know, I am a Nago main. I've been playing Nago since Season 1. I've been playing him since the entire time I've been playing this game. So seeing Nago getting a new move, I am very interested in everything around it. So I'm definitely going to be rambling on about this for a little bit longer than the others probably. But we're going to go over it. I'm going to show you the clip, going to talk about it, and then we'll move on. So here in Nago's clip, we see he's high blood, he's used a lot of blood, and he's doing back Fukio, and the HC tries to throw, and it whiffs. What's interesting here, if we pay attention to Nago's blood bar here, he clearly, after a couple frames here, you can see his blood bar turns dark red. And when Nago's blood bar turns dark red, that means he's popping. At the next possible moment that he is like out of any animation or FD, he is popping. But when his new move hits HC, you can see his blood bar turns light red, which means he is no longer going to pop. And his like face, part of his upper body, gets really dark. And after a second, not only does he cancel out of this move, right? Oh, no, he didn't. Whoa, I didn't notice that. Wait, he didn't cancel out of the move. He recovered. Huh. Well, I'm finding out things with you guys. He recovered. It might not be a cancelable move or worked the way his other specials work, where he cancels specials on the specials. But what's interesting here is you can see right here, his face is dark, a little bit of his upper body is dark, and he has glow, like where his eyes would be are glowing blue. And then, right, you see he's still not popped. He does 1, 2 Fukio. He does 2 Fukio forwards, and he's still not popping, but that blood bar is full. That is a maxed out blood bar. That is like, he should be popping, but he's not. So something about this move freezes his blood bar to where he's able to do specials without the repercussion of popping instantly. We have no idea what this install fully does. All we know is that it pauses his blood bar so he can do a bunch of crazy stuff. But what slightly annoys me about this clip is we can't see Nago's HP. So we don't know if this new move uses his HP at all. We don't know if the install is using any of his HP. But more specifically, right, what's coming up here is Nago is going to command grab. Right? He's going to do his Blood-Sucking Universe as bite. Now, if any of you know how Nago's bite works, you would know that it drains his entire blood bar plus a little bit extra blood, and it goes all the way down. Now, when he bites, it only drains 150. It only drains half of his blood bar. And another small detail, which we don't know if it's gonna be anything important, which it probably will be, let's be real, is you can see right here on his mouth, it's red. He's glowing red a little bit here. This isn't normal. My first time seeing this, I thought it was the blood coming from the bite, but it's not. That's just there. That is not normal. That's not there currently. This is brand new. So this does something. So not only does he lose half of his gauge now instead of his entire gauge, this eludes me. Like, what does this do? How much health does he gain back from bite? Because whenever he bites you currently, he gains back HP. It's very interesting to see, and I'm very curious to see how this will actually go. Next up, we have Kai. Kai's is a bit interesting, and I want to see what the hitbox looks on this for sure. So here is Kai's clip. So as we just saw, if you guys didn't notice it before, Kai popped his fireball and it summoned a lightning strike where the fireball was. So as you can see here, he shoots out fireball and then he does this weird animation with his arm that summons a lightning bolt. And this hit Ino while she was above the fireball, and we also see that it does the same thing with H fireball, and it hits stroke. It hits her stroke, which means it goes all the way to the ground. So I'm wondering, how high does this lightning bolt actually go? Is it the entire sky, or is it like a certain height? So this is what Kai got. His projectile, he can pop it now, and it will summon a massive lightning bolt that it seems like it launches, at bare minimum, it launches on counter hit. Here we have both Sol and Asuka. So in this clip, we definitely saw Sol's new move, which looks to be some kind of follow-up to HDP, or it could just be a normal air special. We don't know, seeing as it only came out from HDP. Alright, pause. Because I took so long to finish this video, the Guilty Gear Twitter account tweeted about Sol's new move already, confirming that the move is just a HDP follow-up, a heavy DP follow-up, and that it's a normal knockdown on hit, plus it has some insane wall carry, like that, it throws you really far, plus the ability to also cancel into that follow-up sooner in the animation, so it's easier to combo off of. So yeah, back to the video. We're gonna go over both of them, but here, I didn't notice it my first time watching this trailer, is if we slow it down, we see this right here. This is brand new. Asuka has never done this before. I've never seen this. He has no mana, so it's not a spell. So either it's something he can do whenever he's out of mana, or it's something he can do if he doesn't have a spell in a spell slot. Who knows? But the fact that he has this, I'm mainly interested in what the frame data is on it. Is it like, how plus is it, how minus is it, etc. Now for Sol, we got a bit more to talk about. We got counter code slash, HDP, and here's the big one. It's like he shoots his gun, shoots a massive flame, and it wall bounced Asuka. You can see he wall bounced rather than sticking to the wall or hard KDing. He just straight up bounced off the wall. So I'm very interested to see if this is a normal air special or if it's a HDP follow-up only. You know, I'm very curious. Also, HDP didn't wall splat, nor did that wall splat. So they took away HDP instantly wall splatting. So I'm very, very curious on how this is gonna work. Because to me, I don't know about you guys, that move kind of looked like, at least visually, the way Baiken JD looks. But who knows? We'll see how it actually works whenever we get them patch notes in the actual game. So originally, I was gonna go over the rest of the trailer, showing off the different cosmetics that they're adding and stuff like that. Also talking about how they're adding RoboKai, but for the sake of my own sanity, because I've been putting this video off for way too long, I'm just gonna cut it here. So if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, follow, whatever you want. Hell, you don't even need to. I'm just happy you watched this video. I'm gonna be real. Um, I'm gonna try and make stuff in the future. We'll see how that goes. But for now, this is it. So I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.